Part 1 I showed you what cameras I used, the Samsung SC-X300 and the Flip Nano HD. But today I'm pretty much going to go over everything I use in the program to make picture-in-picture possible. All you need to do is drag and drop the videos that you recorded into the timeline. I'm going to go over the three main sections of the program. First, here you got the monitor panel. That's where you're going to see the video. 2 is the tasks panel, where you have share, edit, and create menus option. And then down below here is the most important part, which is the scene line and timeline views. Now I use the timeline views primarily because it's very easy to trim and sync the videos together compared to scene line view. Drag and drop the 2 videos that I want to use, first person and third person. The first one you want to edit is the third person. It makes things so much easier. And what I want to do is actually to use the zoom up feature in Premiere Elements to make this process a lot easier, because as you see here, everything is very small, so if you try to use a trim tool, you're barely going to be able to have the amount of accuracy you would if you zoomed up. So right here is a zoom up feature. You can either drag it across, or you can just click on the zoom in. So I'm just going to click it. So what I want to do is I want to use the part sound and part image to see when I'll start. So I like to make everything consistent, so I'm going to do it at the beep, or when I see myself shoot. Alright, so I'm feeling the beep right there. And I'm going to use the trim in tool to drag all the way to the cursor placement, and it automatically deletes everything that I didn't want. So if I were to play it, it would start it in the section that I wanted it to. So to end it very easily, I just wait till I finish shooting. I'll probably wait for the cursor to go about a half second later, and then I will use the trim out tool here. Oops, no gun. Right here to drag it to the end of my stage. So the first stage is done in third person view. Pretty easy. So right now I'm going to use the first person view, drag that right on over into tasks panel. Now since this is going to be picture in picture, I have to put it in video 2 and audio 2 here. So I just drag it from the tasks panel into the project panel here. This is what people say is the tricky part. It's actually really easy. First off, you're going to see that the first person view has completely eclipsed the third person view. That's easy to change. You pretty much click on it and drag the screen to make it smaller. And depending on where you're located, you can put in the lower left or the lower right. I like to put in the lower right. Okay. So now what you want to do is sync them together. All you need to do is, since you time your third person view right before the beep, just do the exact same thing for the first person view. You don't even need to really measure anything. Just wait until the gun pops up on the first person view. And then wait until there is a beep that you hear on the first person view, and then simply use the trim in tool to trim in unnecessary footage. Now when I play them both together, they should be almost in sync. Not exactly, but almost, unless you're really lucky. Alright, so I've done that while, so I did that right the first time, but it might take a little play, and to do that, you simply use more of the zoom in tool, if you like. And let's say there's too much in the first person view. Let's say the gun in the first person view pops up right before the third person view actually shoots. So obviously that means that the first person view you need to add some footage. So to do that, you actually move the video 2 and audio 2 by using, holding your left mouse button and using the trim tool to move it to the left. Hold it down and move it to the left to increase the footage. And you decrease and increase the footage until they're both in par. So after you finish that, all you need to do is finish the ending, which is the most easiest part since it's already synced. So all you need to do is use the trim out tool to trim it all the way parallel to the video 1, audio 1. And then after you do that, the stage is set, and you pretty much do that from stage 1 to stage 30 if there's 30 stages. It's pretty easy. Sometimes people ask me, how do you make it HD quality? Now with YouTube, you don't need to actually have an HD video to make it quote-unquote HD in YouTube. All you need to do is fool YouTube into thinking that your video is 1280 by 720 size. So if you were to output in Premiere Elements to 1280 by 720 size, you're going to be able to have HD footage in YouTube. It's not HD quality, but YouTube actually thinks it's HD. So if you make a picture-in-picture clip after watching this, respond with your own shooting video and show me what you made. I'd love to see it.